how to open CarSim. When you have to open CarSim, click on Start button and then click on All Programs and click on CarSim. When you open up CarSim, you'll see the license settings window pop up, and it will have two checkboxes on the left side, one for CarSim S GUI, which is the GUI for it, and the other one is CarSim Solver for Windows. You need to make sure that both are checked on and then click on Select. When you open CarSim, this will be the front screen of the GUI, and to create a new directory and a file for yourself, you'll have to click on the New button. When you click on the New button, you'll see this window pop up, and to create your own directory and a file, you need to change the category and the title tab. The category is here changed to tutorial_1, which will be my directory, and the title is being changed to tutorial_problem_1, which will be my file name. When you've created a directory and a file name for yourself, you can see that up here on the front screen of CarSim. If you need to open the file that you've created before, click on Datasets and the directory name and the file name. How to solve problems using CarSim? You have two methods to do it: using events and procedures, using override some controls. When you have override some controls enabled, you can just enter the parameters here. To enter the road parameters, you have to use environment and miscellaneous data. When you enter the new parameters, have in mind that you have to create a new file for yourself and click on Set and then save it. Once you have saved your file, and when you go back to the front screen of CarSim GUI, you'll see that the braking controls and the shifting controls and the steering controls will be set back to the last run simulation, and so you need to set it back again to the file that you created. The other method by which you can solve problems using CarSim is to use the Events and Procedures column. For this, you need to click on the Events and Procedures drop-down menu and select Events and Procedures. When you do this, you'll see a drop-down menu popping up which is No Data Selected. Now you have to click on this and click on the basic control, like for example double lane change at a particular speed, and then click on it. This is the screen that pops up when you click on the Events and Procedures, and here you can enter all your parameters like the braking control, the driver path follower, and the road. And hence, when you click on this and save, and when you go back, you have to set it back again to the same thing, and you need not enter environment and miscellaneous data. And have in mind, you have to disable override some control. If you need to mention the stop time of the simulation, then you can do it from here. Most probably it will be in this option, stop run at specified time or station, and hence it will stop at the specified station most probably, and so you have to click on stop run at specified time and input the time here. Once you have entered all the parameters that you need to using either Events and Procedures or overrides and controls, click on Run Math Model, and you'll see this happening, which is running the math model. When you have run your math model, you're now ready to go, and you can click on Animate to see the particular simulation that you have run so far. And when you click on Animate, you'll see this screen right here, and this is how the simulation that we run last was. If you want to change the animation view, you can click on this drop down menu and go here to Vehicle Reference and click on Front Side View Wide Angle, for example, and click on Animate to see how it looks like in the front view wide angle. To analyze your simulation, you have to use the Plots button to create a plot, and here you can select it from the drop down menu. For example, tracking Y versus X trajectory, and you can see that the multiple plots option is enabled, and when I click on plots, you can see 4 different plots popping up. The other method to plot data in CarSim is to use the WinEP plotter. For that, you need to check all these drop down boxes to No Data Selected and hit on plot. You'll see this WinEP plotter coming up. Now you can select your y-axis parameters, for example alpha L1, and your x-axis parameters, for example alpha R1, and click on add and click on